Let's move on to the practical use of the extension. Let's create a small site for some hypothetical design agency. Add a couple of assets that we'll reuse. And now let's look at the structure. So we have a hero section here, something like an about section, number, services, reviews, call to action, pricing, and footer. We might skip the call to action and instead insert some review block that resembles a call to action. So move to the top of the hierarchy. We have sections, which is what we need. Check that class sync is enabled. And let's copy some sections, for example, hero. We'll start with it. I like this option. In this case, we're not relying on some pre-made layout in Figma. We'll do it based on the icons we see in the extension. On an empty page, add page wrapper and copy from the extension. Check that there are no conflicts. Everything is great. So we have a headline, some body text, some buttons, an image. Everything is wonderful. Then we'll add some demo content, a photo. However, we'll start with creating a low-fidelity mockup. Also, in page wrapper, before the section, we can add some navbar. Let's make a full bleed left menu navbar. Insert it. Everything is great. So we have a logo, nav links, and a button. All classes are in place. Great. To save time, I won't perform any manipulations with the style guide. Add some colors and typography. I'll make the site based on TheSprkl's base colors already present in the project. So we've added hero. Let's add something like an about section. There's no specific about section at the moment, but we can look for something similar that might suit us. In the call to action section, there's probably what we need. Call to action section 3. We'll use it. Clean up what we don't need. For example, we don't need such a background. We can remove the headline background from this section. We can additionally wrap in a G-stack, which is responsible for flex with a gap inside the element. And this button, for example, is also not required. We'll leave this image. We'll come up with something for it. Also have an about section. Let's add numbers. So we go back into extensions, into the blocks, go into numbers. However, numbers is not a section. It's a smaller element, so we'll create a basement for it. We'll add a section to the page, for example, size L, add a wrapper inside it, and inside this wrapper, we'll put our block with the row class. Thus, we're not breaking the TheSprkl structure. Everything is good. Everything is correct. Perhaps the columns can be aligned vertically later to be centered. After numbers, we have services. Let's see what is there. Probably some cards will suit us best. We'll take the default cards. Also, insert our page wrapper. Super, the cards have been inserted. Suppose links are not required, so some structure is already taking shape. And then we have a reviews block. Also, reviews are probably in the sections. Correct! Let's look at this section. Super! A certain sequence, a certain Z pattern is maintained. In general, it suits us very well. Well, let's add call to action since we have a place for it. Something not too loaded. Quite minimalist, just standing out with the background. And let's also add pricing. Such an element. And at the end, add a small minimalist footer. Super! So all of these we pulled from the extension. Let's see what's happening on other breakpoints. Everything has also been transferred and adapted for tablet, for mobile landscape, and also for mobile portrait. We can later add something or slightly change the layout. Perhaps we'll want to do it a bit differently, but so far everything is great. We hope you enjoyed this episode and find it valuable and now have more vision about what TheSprkl is about and how our extension could benefit your web development. Like and share this video if we've helped you achieve your goals. Subscribe to our channel to not miss new episodes and develop your new site into a successful and quality product. See you soon!